Alright guys, so this came out of nowhere, Beyond the Wire early access gameplay trailer, and the game is releasing next week on October 21st. I love it when developers do this, they just release the trailer and then a week later the game releases. That's how most developers should do it in my opinion, instead of delaying and delaying on and on. So I remember the teaser trailer came out like 5 months ago and then they went silent and then released this. I love it. So stay tuned after this reaction to the trailer and then we're gonna talk about a lot of new details. Alright. Ooh, already looks good. Looks crispy. Prepare for the Great War. What's that music? Makes me think of the movie from Christopher Nolan, the World War II movie. Music is perfect. This one's dead. Go over the top October 21st. And guys, so all that you're hearing here is soundtrack from the game. This is crazy. Alright guys, so as you can see, this game is looking absolutely crazy and could be well worth returning to the First World War. Keep in mind this is being made by the same creators of the newly released military shooter Squad and the creators of the World War II tactical game Postscriptum. Before we get into the important game details, let's read the game's blog post that just came out with this reveal trailer. After announcing Beyond the Wire back in March, the efforts of the team have been fully engaged towards preparing for early access release this year. After 5 months of alpha testing, we are now ready to enter the next stage of development and a release to Steam, so the whole world on PC can play it and enjoy it. And even though it'll have bugs, it will be an amazing experience. With great excitement, we can confirm that Beyond the Wire will be launching into early access on Wednesday, 21st of October 2020 and will be priced at $34.99 USD. On launch day, we will be hosting a developer livestream as well as spending some time in-game, so stay tuned for more information on that front. I absolutely love when game developers share a reveal trailer and then bam, a week later the game releases. This is what needs to happen with a lot of games nowadays. Up to 100 players will be able to run through the World War I trenches and intense battlefields, all in multiplayer. Across the battles of Zonbeck, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, also Fries, Court, and more real-life locations from the First War. Also, multiple game modes will allow players many different choices of how they want to experience this war. The environments, which will almost be 100% the same as in real life, will immerse players in each theater of war as the massive 50 versus 50 conflicts will rage on in all tight corners, limited vision, and muddy destroyed pathways that are steaming with danger. Thanks to an interview of the developers on on fullsync.co.uk, we have some pretty great details on this upcoming game. It is said the developers are extremely excited about the game's launch into early access, and they believe they are crafting a truly unique World War I based FPS that will redefine the genre, they said in the interview from Full Sync. From its release, they will watch and communicate very closely with the community for future updates, so that every player will be something that stands tall alongside the very best the genre has to offer. Beyond the Wire is set to have upcoming free content updates that will include the British Army and other free gameplay updates that will continue through 2021. They will also be listening very closely to player feedback so they can create and improve the project. Gore will also play a pretty huge part in Beyond the Wire, as this war was the most violent in real life pretty much. The industrialization of warfare at the turn of the 20th century had devastating effects on the soldier who fought in this war. In order to deliver a true World War I experience in-game, the developers have developed an early core system that will bring these horrors to life. Fragmentation grenades, artillery shells, and heavy caliber weapons all have brutal effects on your character, and if you cannot avoid these, there is small hope of recovery. The damage your character will get will have direct effect on if you'll be able to be revived, for example, or not. Each officer of every team will also have some kind of abilities to help the other soldiers at war. For example, a motivation ability where there is an increased movement speed for a certain period of time. We also have the increased damage resistance and the reduced stamina cost for a period of time again. Coordinate and chat with your fellow soldiers at arms. Beyond the Wire places an emphasis on team collaboration. Players succeed only when their teammates do. Overall, Beyond the Wire has beautifully crafted maps which provide a rich playing environment that helps to further emphasize tactical and strategic challenges. The horrors of war are honestly represented with realistic gore, brutal violence, and vision-limiting attacks such as chlorine gas or white phosphorus. The weapons have been created with an emphasis on historical accuracy, with minor changes made only when it creates a more engaging and fun gameplay experience. While Beyond the Wire is not a simulation game, the developers strive for as much accuracy as possible, while still ensuring a fun first-person shooter experience for a wide range of players. I cannot wait to play this game next week, and if you guys are excited too, make sure you drop a like on this video to give some support, and subscribe to stay tuned for a gameplay coming up on the channel. I just moved into my first house ever, and I'm gonna be catching up on a lot of gaming news on upcoming games. This was also the reason why I didn't make much videos the past few days. I had planned two during my absence, which was Project Awakening and the Green Army Men game. Make sure you guys check out those on the channel. Thanks to all of you for the continuous support over the years, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks to Rickno23, Themistocles, Pedro Oliveira, and Jigglyboy for being a master member on the channel. You can become a Survivor member for 99 cents only. It'll support me and the channel as whole. Thanks for watching.